All right, I think I'm live. Let me just double check. Oops, wrong app. Just want to make sure I'm live so we can start this. Let me refresh. All right. All right, so what's going on, YouTubers? Welcome everyone to WWE NXT review, the show from last week, from May 23rd, 2018. Now, you're probably wondering what happened with me last. I'm not gonna do that in this video because I just want to go this episode. I'll talk more about what's going on with me. Basically, when I do a solo video of it. Actually, I made a separate video from this when it comes to the review. And the same thing goes happen with the Impact Wrestling review from last week too. That I didn't get a chance to do it either. But I'll explain more of that when I do a separate video of it. So let's get to this show. Like I said, NXT from May 23rd, 2018. Mauro Ranallo, Nigel McGuinness, Percy Watson on commentary at Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. The show opened up with TM61. Actually, the show actually opened up with, I think this will open up first, the show, with Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae showing up to the building. And they'll be confronted, I believe, by Captain Kelly. I believe it was Captain Kelly, if I'm not mistaken. And she was interviewing Johnny Gargano about his what's going on with him right now after what happened with Tommaso Ciampa, attacking him and all that weeks ago. And Gargano's like, well, he's gonna talk more about that in front of of the world and all that. And basically, he talks about how Candice LeRae, his wife, and himself were in agreement of what's going to happen with Gargano's career and everything, of what's going on with him. And he's going to let everyone know, in the building and in front of the world, basically. And we'll get to that later. That is a big scene. So we get TM61 versus Heavy Machinery. TM61 features Shane Thorne and Nick Miller. Heavy Machinery features Aldis Dosovic and Tucker Knight. So they're having this match, and it was being a pretty good, well, I won't say a pretty good match until later on. It started off decent at first, and then started picking up. Where the game, a solid match. Out of the two teams, and keep in mind, folks, TM61 are now heels, where they're going to be cheating to win matches now, and this was basically what this match led to, where because Heavy Machinery was calling TM61 out as cheaters and everything, and they're going to beat them in the tag team match to show that the cheating doesn't get you anywhere. That's basically what they're implying about this whole match between these two, between these two teams basically. So in the end, we get all those of us going for the win here onto Shane Thorne. And all of a sudden, he sees, all those fish. Shane, Dorn, and Nick Miller, one of those two had a flag on their side of the corner, and all those fish decided to take that flag, wipe it all, the sweat off of him, throws it into the ring, just distracts the referee for the referee to pick it up to get out of the way. All of a sudden, Nick Miller kicks all those fish off the second rope, and then Nick Miller goes to fall him up for a pin. Close foot of Demis on the ropes for leverage. But with his foot, like last time. And then Nick Miller hold his foot down so that they get the 3 count in the win. So your winners, TM61. So they go over Heavy Machinery, and once again they cheated to win again. And where is this going to be going for them? Hopefully this will get them over as heels, and then later on they go to NXT WE basically on NXT turn back being baby faces later on. Because as babyfaces right now, they lost that steam ever since Shane Thorne got hurt last year, and they need that steam back. And the way to do right now is for them to be heels. So in a way, it's going to work out. It's going to work out pretty well. Just give me. Next we get to Lacey Evans versus Kairi Sane. This match was oh my god, was good. It was so good, folks. Lacey Evans was laying in those her shots in onto to Kairi Sane, even the Napis chop that which was very stiff, and Kairi Sane sort of like she couldn't breathe, and then she fired one back at her, but it wasn't that hard like Lacey Evans did. But these two were going at it back and forth, and it was fucking badass. In the end, Kairi Sane was going for the top rope. I believe she was trying to go for the insane elbow that she does. But then Lacey Evans gets back up on her feet, so Kairi Sane goes to jump on her to do something else, and Lacey Evans out of nowhere with the woman's right, bam, right to the face of Kairi Sane, goes for the cover onto the Pirate Princess. So the lady of NXT beats Kairi Sane, and wow, what a match that was, folks. And by the way, Lacey Evans got a new theme music, or should I say, new theme song. Her old one, I think I mentioned this before, by the way. But yeah, I mentioned before. Her first one was like, it fits her because of her style and her character. But then now that she's a heel, they got give her a different one now. So for now they're trying to find a good song for the for Lacey Evans because she's a heel, and sure enough they found one. I think it's called, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember the words of the song. Professional. I remember hearing that word in the lyrics of the song, professional. But something else. Something about her being a lady, something like that. I'm a lady. I really don't remember how it was, but it sounded pretty good though. I got to listen. I haven't got a chance to listen to her new theme song. When it comes to finding the song, but it sounds pretty good though. And the fact that WWE has finally got something for Lacey Evans to find her groove as this as a heel to be the lady of NXT, where she's all about class and everything, and then and just for her being a heel, it just fits her very well. So yeah, she's going to be doing very well as a heel when it comes to the women's division. And who knows? We'll see what happens for her in the future for NXT. Now, how long she's going to be on NXT? Hopefully, she stays on there for a long time. I'm just saying. But at the same time, she's got to move up to the main roster eventually, which I don't ever want to see that happening. But I think she should be right there on the main roster. I mean, if Charlotte Flair could be all right in the main roster, so can Lacey Evans. And here's another thing: I always hear comparisons of Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans because they're both, they're both like almost. I think they're the same size, but they also have like the same build. So, and they're both very athletic because Lacey Evans does the moonsault, and guess who also does the moonsault? Charlotte Flair. Excuse me, Charlotte Flair. So yeah, I think for the long haul, I think Lacey Evans is gonna be successful in WWE. And sure, they may give her some shookings when she gets there, but she's still gonna get over as a female wrestler in the woman. And no matter how many other fans are gonna either disagree with it, Lacey Evans, I do see money value in Lacey Evans. So we'll see what happens with her of her run on NXT. Before I move on, AO9. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? I miss you. Uh, she is, and she's a mother too. She's got a daughter. She's married. I believe she's married to a husband who's in the military. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And not to mention, she also has also been in the military. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, one moment. Just trying to check something here. All right. Okay. All good. Oh, the tab button. So yeah, back to of Undisputed Era about how Danny Burch and Ori Lorcan's talking about how they beat the tag team champions in a 6-man tag team match where they deserve an opportunity for the tag team titles. So Undisputed Era was kind of promo about that and everything, backstage basically. Everyone, when it comes to Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, baby, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. So eventually, we're going to be seeing that pretty soon. When it comes to Kyle O'Reilly and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong to defend the NXT Tag Team Championships against Danny Burch and Orly Larkins. And there you go. Also, there was another opinion as well where there was no Alpha Black for this for last week's NXT, but they said for the next episode of NXT he will be there, which probably is going to be tomorrow night's next. Well, actually, today is Wednesday, but later on for tonight's NXT he'll be there. Is he going to have a match though? I think he will have a match. I don't remember if he's going to have a match or not. I don't remember what's his role going to be. But basically, Aleister Black, the NXT, we'll see what happens with him. Also, there was also a segment where we have Dakota Kai. She was being interviewed by this new interviewer. She's a blonde and she's Caucasian. I just don't know her name though. I don't think they mentioned her name there, but she's pretty cute though. But she was interviewing Dakota Kai because Dakota Kai is getting an opportunity against Shayna Baszler for Shayna Baszler's NXT Women's Championship for the next NXT show, which is going to be later on tonight at 8 o'clock on the WWE Network. So Dakota Kai is basically saying that that Shayna Baszler is a bully. It's basically a lot of bully reference on this interview and everything. And she's going to take care of Shayna Baszler. To show that she's not afraid of her and all that. Shayna Baszler shows up and tells her that you don't stand a chance against me and everything, all that, and blah blah blah. And then Dakota Kai, for the first time, finally show that she showed no fear. She showed that she wasn't shaking her boots or looking at had a concerned look on her face, like, oh no, she's here and everything. No, this time she stand up to the bully, I guess, and she basically tells her, "We'll see about that." And then she walks away. She basically with a confused look on her face, like, "Huh?" Like, like, So basically, she's on the fact that, oh, okay, and basically, but at the same time, she brushed off like whatever. She's like whatever. It's just Dakota Kai. That's her mind. She admits it's just Dakota Kai. Who cares, right? I thought that was funny though. I also need to mention too, by the way, before I move on to what happened next. And next, WWE is going to do something about Bianca Belair, where they kind of do a Roderick Strong, Apollo Crews, Finn Balor, TM61. I can't remember if they did a woman before on NXT, but if they haven't, then obviously Bianca Belair is the first one. And what I mean by that, they're going to do this whole, who is this person? This like they did, like I said, they did before with a couple of guys on NXT to get them over on NXT, and it worked. It also, and believe it or not, it did work with TM61, but then again, Shane Dorn got hurt, and then they lost steam because of that, because they haven't been on NXT ever since. But Bianca, it worked with Roderick Strong, Apollo Crews, Finn Balor, obviously with Finn Balor. I mean, it's been working with Finn Balor, but I'm just saying. And yeah, and I'll go do Bianca Belair, and Bianca Belair is already over with these crowds anyways. Because how she could showcase in the ring, and plus her match against Candice LeRae about the whole lifting her up like she was a weight. That was incredible, and the crowds really popped for that one. They reacted to that, or where Bianca Belair, holy shit, like she's a real deal. And now they're gonna do this video package. Well, I won't say video package. Now they're gonna do this whole well, I guess you could say it's gonna be a video package, but it's gonna be like a documentary basically, where they're gonna showcase Bianca Belair, who she is, where she came from, where and why how she came to this business and everything, and what she's gonna mean to this business, moving forward. So we'll see what happens. And I always love those type of segments too, by the way, folks. Again, I like the one they did with Apollo Crews about how he came from, Finn Balor, TM61, Roderick Strong, and basically with Roderick Strong, when they did with Roderick Strong, before they did this Roderick Strong, I knew who Roger Strong was, but I didn't know the full story about him. And during that time with Roger Strong, in Ring of Honor, I wasn't a fan of him. Not saying that I hated him. Never say that he was garbage. He's a very great wrestler, a very great wrestler, one of the best wrestlers in the world, Roger Strong. But I was never a fan of his until they did this. Until he said to go to WWE to be over NXT, and then did this whole thing of who's Roger Strong. They did part one of him, and then they did part two of him, and they talk about his personal life. And then from there, I got emotional from Roger Strong. I said to myself, wow, like wow, that blew me away. I had no idea something that about Roger Strong when he during his time growing up with his parents and everything. I'm like, wow, that's incredible. And then and the whole thing Roger Strong now become a family man now, being a father, a husband, and I like wow, and like wow, and like I'm like I think I'm starting to become a fan of Roger Strong now. Like saying myself, I'm actually feeling for him now. And now yeah, that's those type of things that NXT is doing for these wrestlers to show to showcase them when it comes to these part one part two documentary video packages they'll be doing however you want to put it as it can work to get them over. That's something that the main needs to do more. The main roster needs to do that more. That way you could get these WWE fans in the main from the main these main roster fans to get behind on these wrestlers even more. But that's the problem. WWE doesn't want the main rosters in WWE doesn't want to do that because if they do that, they'll it's just gonna diminish their plans for Roman Reigns. Because we can't get this guy over. He's gonna get too over and all that. It's fucking ridiculous. So NXT can do that job for these wrestlers on NXT, but the main roster won't do that for them. For those that needs that a lot a lot like a Bobby Lashley, a Mickey James, because keep in mind those two are not getting any reactions that much, and you can say the rest of the main roster too that don't get that much reaction too. Yeah, I agree. Some of them may not get that reaction too because that's WWE's main roster's fault. The ones that are behind management, that's their fault. But I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to go on a diatribe there. Um. Okay. AO9. Sorry about that. But yeah, he says, what is better in terms of uh, Lacey Evans or Charlotte Flair? Well, I guess you could say the better terms. Well, basically, when it comes to looks, Lacey Evans got the better look, and on top of that, Lacey Evans is a better talker. Just saying. Gino, what's going on, Gino? I think Lacey Evans looks better than Charlotte Flair. Yes, she does. Thank you very much. I just not said that too. I just said that too. um, what else? All right, okay, there you go. Now, as far as who's the better wrestler, right now, I gotta say right now, Sheriff better. Because keep in mind, Lacey Evans, she just started. It's debatable. Right now, it's debatable, but she's getting better. She's improving. Lacey Evans is indeed improving, and she's very athletic too. So she's going to get somewhere. Just you wait. All right, now let's continue on with this review. NXT. We get this handicap match with Lars Sullivan versus the team of Ricochet and Velveteen Dream. Now, keep in mind, folks, I don't like the Velveteen Dream character, being played by Patrick Clark. But when it comes to Patrick Clark as a wrestler, character up aside, and as long as you don't do any faggot shit, I could put him over as a very talented wrestler. As far as again, as far as his character gimmick, wherever you want to throw it in there, I can't get into it, folks. I can't. I don't know how you guys can, but I can't. But for you guys that can get into this one, more power to you. But I just can't get into it. I cannot get into it. To me, it's insulting to Prince. Because keep in mind, this Velveteen Dream character is supposed to be Prince. But the way that Velveteen Dream is doing it is beyond, way beyond what the New Day is doing. hey, at least the Velveteen Dream's not on the main rosters. It could be worse. As long as it's not on the main roster and doing all this faggot shit like the New Day team has been doing, and the faggot police work, Velveteen Dream on NXT is all right. But as far as this match was, handicap match, like I said, Lars Sullivan facing these two in the handicap match. So that basically Lars Sullivan was kicking ass in the match. Also, Velveteen Dream and Ricochet getting the best of him in the match. Basically, some good monster offense from Lars Sullivan, and you got some amount of comebacks offense for Ricochet and Velveteen Dream in the match. So basically, they're working together as a team. They're working very good as a team too. By the way, the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet, pretty well on a tag team there. Not that I want them to be a tag team. I want those two to be singles competitors. But still, they work pretty well as a team. And by the way, and I also should say, folks, this was the main event match, but this was not the main event to end the show. I'll get to what did end the show when I get to it. But let's get to the finish though. So Ricochet takes out Lars Sullivan. But before that, basically Ricochet attacking himself into the match. Velveteen Dream was getting to Lars Sullivan. And also Ricochet was getting the best of Lars Sullivan, basically like a Velveteen type of way, like train moves onto Lars Sullivan, and also in the Velveteen Dream betrays Ricochet by giving him the cartwheel Death Valley driver, and then you also have him say, that's what you get, that's what you get for trying to screw me and everything, and then he leaves the ring. And Lars Sullivan was about to go after the Velveteen Dream, but then he thought to himself, "No, I'm gonna go after you instead, Ricochet." And he goes after Ricochet, gets him the freak accident, and gets the 3 count in the win. So yeah, so Lars Sullivan wins the handicap match because the Velveteen Dream betrayed Ricochet in the match. So in a way, WWE protected Ricochet of losing this match because the Velveteen Dream attacked him, basically blindsided him, where Lars Sullivan took advantage of that. Now it could went either way, folks. It could have went either way. It could have, they could have Lars Sullivan beat the Velveteen Dream in the match, where the Velveteen Dream felt like he got screwed over by Ricochet for not helping him to break up the count, and then after the match you could have the Velveteen Dream attack Ricochet after the match to give him that cartwheel of Death by Trevor, and then the feud. I guess you could still continue on the feud with the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet. Now that they couldn't win like that, but the way they did this too, I'm not mad at that. Like I said, it could have went either way. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that they did this. They did this way in a way to protect Ricochet in the loss. So yeah, it was. I thought I was fine with the booking this match, and on top of that, the match was incredible. All right. Okay, here we go. Now let's get to the main event. That end of the show. So John Gargano comes out with Cancer Ray, but before that happened, the music hits first, because last time when John Gargano's music hit, they saw Tommaso Ciampa coming out of his music instead. So the fans were smart enough to not fall for this. Same thing with the commentators. So this time John Gargano came out with Cancer Ray, and now they realize, okay, it's really John Gargano. And okay, now yeah, John Gargano is back and everything. So yeah, so John Gargano is in the ring. And by the way, I should also point out too, by the way, he's wearing a neck brace the entire time. So John Gargano explains about what happened with of him being ambushed by Tommaso Ciampa weeks ago, about how Tommaso Ciampa did everything he can to take out John Gargano, and then he came to a decision where he's got to make a decision that's gonna affect that's good it's gonna be about their future, about Gargano's and Cancer Ray's future. Basically, that's what he's pointing out there. Basically, basically, thinking about their future as a couple, a married couple, basically. And Gargano's basically saying, So is it worth it? To go after Tommaso Ciampa? And of course, I'm trying yes and all that, right? And then Gargano was saying again, is it worth it and everything? And then he's basically, and the way he was acting too, and basically the acting of the segment was incredible. And then he's like, "You're damn right, it's worth it." And he takes the neck brace off. He's challenging Ciampa getting here, and then Candice LeRae was like, "What?" And then basically she look on her face like she's been duped, she's been tricked. Yeah, that basically Gargano tricked her to thinking that he's going leave well enough alone. But no, it was well done. The acting was well done. So Gargano is challenging Ciampa to come out. Ciampa comes out. They're about to get ready to go at it, but before they did, Cancer Ray ran out of the ring to go in the back. So basically, I think Ciampa may have cut a promo if I'm not mistaken. So then they're about to get ready to fight. Also, we see referees coming in and Cancer Ray coming in along with the referees. Basically, that's where Cancer Ray went to get some help to make sure that this doesn't go down like the last time. So Gargano's being held back and all that. Ciampa gets in the ring. Gargano has been taken out of the ring by the referees and everything. And then Cancer Ray is trying to calm down and hold him back. And this needs to end and everything. So all of a sudden, Gargano was going to listen to his wife and get ready to leave. And then Ciampa gets on the microphone and says, "That's right, you be a good little boy and listen to your wife and all that, right?" And Gargano was getting ready to leave with Cancer Ray, and then he tricks her to try to go after Ciampa, and Cancer Ray is chasing after Gargano. Ciampa hits Gargano off the apron, and Gargano lands on top of Cancer Ray, slamming her around to the ring ramp. I mean the steel ramp, I meant to say. And Ciampa had a look on his face like, "Uh-oh, what just happened?" And then he leaves. Gargano is attending his wife and everything, and then we got a couple of ENTs coming out, and then he's like help her and everything, like he's we need help, we need get help and everything, right? So well done acting there, well done. And it was a very good segment. It basically had me on the edge of my seat while I'm watching this. This feud between Gargano and Ciampa is amazing, folks. Amazing, and it's just getting started. It's just getting started. And there you go. That was NXT for you. Now, before I go, Tomorrow Wrestling for I'm just gonna let you know the Tomorrow Wrestling and my overall show rating. Tomorrow Wrestling for NXT, 3 matches. There you go. There you go. It was just 3 matches. So my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. It was a great show. Another great show for NXT. Awesome. And you want to know what was the best part about NXT? Being a great show on that one, from last week. It was not winning that Raw. That's all I gotta say. There you go. I gotta take a side swap to gay segment of Bobby Lashley's sisters. I can't believe they fucking did that. So before I go, 809 thoughts on Raw and SmackDown this week. Oh, I'll get to my Raw and SmackDown review for this week. And which I need to do a video about what's going on with me right now, about how I'm gonna be late doing these videos on YouTube, folks. But A09, as far as your what if I'll give you my quick thoughts about it. Raw, I thought it was passable. Monday Night Raw on this past Monday was passable, and SmackDown.